This is Veda Sports, only on the VSiN Podcast Network.
Hello, folks. Welcome to the Veda Sports Podcast. I'm now 13-17 for the year, down 4 units. Mikey's a very nice 20-10 for the year, and he guaranteed 3 wins. Guarantee, like Barkley says, and he won all 3 somehow. If you followed his bet, you'd be up 10 units more if you bet double on his guaranteed picks. Listen, normally I would go to Mike the Mouth, but Mike is having a bad med day and he's very tired. So we're going to go to Cantu, 2-time World Series of Poker winner who has well thought out takes. Cantu sometimes bets his entire net worth on one game. That's true. Cantu, you got a rant?
For my rant today, I fell victim and trapped to the Dallas Cowboys, as I thought for there was about a 2-week stretch. I thought they were the best team in the league.
You fucked me too.
What?
Oh, sorry.
I fell victim to the Dallas Cowboys. I thought they were the best team in the league. They weren't. They made JJ McCarthy look like Joe Montana somehow, let up 34 points to Woodley's Vikings. It was a disgrace. They're the worst, back to being the worst. Quinnen Williams, he fooled me at like the trade deadline. I thought they fixed the defense. The Cowboys are terrible.
Okay, so your mea culpa is interesting here, Cantu, because you actually thought they were the number 1 team. I did look up some stats. They do have the number 1 ranked offense. All right, we're coming to David, the businessman Woodley, who's in New York City right now, I believe, and I think he has like the jacket on to prove it. Woodley, what is your rant? Tell me it's about Minnesota sports or the Kelseys.
No, it is. I mean, I'm in a bit of a different location today. As Cantu pointed out, it looks like a peep show booth. So I'm half expecting Travis Kelce, the Kelce brothers, to be on the other side because they hoard themselves out doing everything else, of course. Also, one quick note, I don't know what looks worse. Mike today all sick and tired, or Cantu's Charlie Brown divorced dad Christmas tree behind him. I mean, you gotta do a little bit better there.
At least he has a tree.
Yeah. Come on.
In the Christmas spirit, we're a little ahead of it, but I'll be in a completely different mood next week.
This is what happens when you lose every game last week and you want to just die.
Dude, shut the fuck up. Okay, anyways.
Thank you, Dan.
Minnesota sports finally did something they haven't done since 2003. The Wild, the Timberwolves, and the Vikings all won on the same day since 2003. And I looked it up, and there's been 45. It's 0-45 since then. I thought maybe they only played every 5 years.
That's why I feel like crap.
Mike,
you put a spell on me.
Shut up. God. Anyways, in a good mood, no matter what Mike tries to do. The other good thing there with Minnesota sports too is they traded for a legit superstar in his prime, Quinn Hughes, on the Wild. This isn't a hockey podcast, but I want to say the Wild are all of a sudden, for the first time in my lifetime, the first time in franchise history, are a Stanley Cup contender. Things are going extremely well. The Vikings look good. Like JJ McCarthy all of a sudden kind of looks like a Greek quarterback. He's one of the highest rated. He's above Darnold since he came back. It's all going to go to hell, and I know this, but for now, I'm just going to be happy and enjoy it.
Woodley's such a Minnesota. He lives and dies by the Minnesota sports. It's so refreshing. I love this. Okay, look, I'm just going to give my rant quickly, and then we'll come to Mike, who I don't know if he can speak. So if he can't speak, we'll make it a very quick segment. I just want to say props to the really smart people in the NFL. Okay, now how does Seattle beat the Colts? Because they started calling timeouts, because some genius in the booths said, I'm going to start calling timeouts now, because it looks like they wrote a whole article about this.
I had 508 to 1. That's how they lost. I had the money line on Indiana.
Thanks, Mike, for weighing in. It was important information. So,
but it was asked how it happened. I'll tell you that's how it happened.
Yeah, you think it was just because you bet the other side. But with 47 seconds left, a brilliant. They determined that, and the guy in the booth determined that they were going to go for the field goal, and so they started using their timeouts, which saved them 28 seconds. So, and you look, what did that coach do? The Seattle coach gave a game ball to the analytics guy. I love that. We have some intelligence entering the NFL. It's been slowly creeping in, then quickly creeping in. But there's a case where a team is not going to win unless the calls were made. All right, look.
Hold on
At
one
the
second.
risk-
I got
Go
to
ahead.
make an important thing is the Colts analytics guy blew it as well because there was a 3rd and 4. Seattle had no timeouts. They should have ran the ball because when you kick a 60-yard field goal, this needs to be a walk-off. On 3rd and 4, they should have ran the ball and then you had plenty of time to come out and bring everybody in. It would have been a last-second field goal to win it. Instead, they passed, go incomplete, and saved them 40 seconds.
The play calling was terrible. The defensive zone coverage to give them in the field goal range was terrible.
How feel good
That's
was
true,
Phillip
too.
Rivers? How feel good?
Okay,
was
we're going to
Phillip
talk
Rivers?
about that. All right, I like that
Okay.
line.
My
Cantu.
rant-
And guess what? We're going to Mike, let me introduce you properly. Mike, because he has a 4 bracelets, 4-time World Series of Poker winner. Mike knows sports, studies sports, and he truly watches more games than all of us combined. Mikey, you got a rant?
Yeah, my rant is on 2 things. A, what Cantu touched on, the Dallas Cowboys are the biggest frauds in the world. They beat the Eagles, who everybody thinks is good now because they beat the Raiders, but they're not. The Eagles stink. They beat Kansas City. Kansas City stinks. And they cost me my number 1 pick, and I hate them. I hate them. That's my number 1 rant. My number 2 rant is let's see. Miami 0-6 on Monday night. Teams playing the Jets 1-12 on the season. They played the Jets the week before. Tomlin 22 straight games on Monday Night Football, and my dumbass bet Miami. I'll just leave it there. Tua
Well, you
sucks.
went against the trends,
Tua's
Mike.
a
All right,
joke.
guys. Folks, we gave you our 4 rants. Check. Now we're going to give you our 8 picks, starting with our number 1 picks after we come back from the break. Stay tuned.
You're listening to Feta Sports on the VSiN Podcast Network.
Welcome back, folks. We have a contest. We give away $500 a week thanks to our sponsor, Edge Boost. Now, check out Edge Boost's VSiN average show contest. Simply make 7 picks each week. I guess all NFL now for $500. I already have an Edge Boost account. So that prize doubles to 1,000. Quarterly winners get airfare to Vegas, a 2-night stay at Circa, and a guest spot on a VSiN show. It's free to play. Join now at vsin.com/Joe. Mike, you've been red hot, even though you're sleepy and having bad meds. We're still going to go to you first. What is your number 1 NFL pick of the week?
All righty. Well, we've had 3 guarantees this year. We're 3-0. We're going out on the limb for guarantee number 4. I know you guys are going to hate it. I'm going on the team with 11-game win streak, 12 straight at home. They look like the best team in football. They look like they're going to the Super Bowl. The Jags beat the crap out of the Jets last week. This is the craziest stat. Teams that have played the Jets the week before are 1-12 against the spread the following week. I think it has to do with they're so bad that teams they're all excited. Oh, we're good. We're really good. Because they go in overconfident, and the next week they just get the crap beat out of them. But I'm taking, I think, the AFC champions Super Bowl team of 2025, the Denver Broncos, -3 against the red-hot Jacksonville Jaguars. This is a really going out on a limb bet. I think Denver's for real. They're going to the altitude. I'm not going against the stats like I did last week when I did Miami, which was stupid. Give me Denver -3.
That, by the way, that is going to be the game of the week. The game of the week for sure. And
No way.
No.
LA versus Seattle.
Game of the week is tomorrow against Seattle and the Rams. Come on.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
is the game of
okay.
the week.
Okay,
Game
you
of
guys
the
are
year.
right. But still, it's like a very impressive. 2 of the top 6 teams in football are playing, as are, like you guys said, 2 of the top teams playing.
I'm guaranteeing
Thursday
it.
night.
I'm laying the 3. Let's go.
Okay, there's a guarantee. Cantu, you have any thoughts on this?
I don't know what to make about the Jags. They have quietly got to 10-4. It's been the quietest 10-4 of all time. I don't quite believe in them as much as I should. They are not battle tested enough. I like the -3. Give me the -3. Give me the Broncos. I just haven't seen enough.
Woodley, you have any thoughts on this?
Man, I want to. Here's the thing. I want to take the Jags, but I'm gonna actually I'm just gonna ride with Mike on this, and I don't know. I mean, I haven't checked the weather, but again, like playing in Mile High is difficult. I don't think Bo Nix is that great, but I mean, the Broncos keep winning. Like they actually
keeps playing good too.
They kind of remind me actually of the Vikings last year, where they're like definitely not as good as their record, but they keep winning. Like,
yeah, great observation.
Like I will be fading them completely in the playoffs, 1,000,000% over. But they'll keep winning here in the regular season. I mean, like listen, like they have the number 1 seed is up there. They have more to play for this game than I think the Jags do. Is kind of that maybe is silly to say, but I like it. I like it because the home field advantage. I actually think these teams, if you stack them up, they're pretty close to equal as well. Even though I don't like either one of them. But give me the Broncos just because they're at home, and honestly, just because Mike is picking them and he's been on fire.
Okay, I'm also gonna go with the Broncos in this one, and Cantu and I had the Packers against the Broncos last week, and the Broncos somehow pulled it off. And I'll tell you this, Bo Nix, about 4 weeks ago on the podcast, I was kind of impressed with this play. Woodley slapped me down, Mikey slapped me down, but what I said then is what I'm saying now. He has been impressive in the clutch.
Do you know he's got the most touchdown passes and wins in the first 2 years than any quarterback in NFL history? Is that crazy?
Well, yeah. I mean,
wow.
So I was the one touting him, and you and Woodley were telling me, "Oh, no."
I sent that in our chat. I sent that video in our chat.
That is the most silent stat of all time. I would never have guessed that.
Me neither.
People should be shouting that from the rooftop, Cantu.
Yeah. You know what else is really interesting? I know we're not talking about this now, but let's say the Jags win this. Then they've got 2 cupcakes to finish off. And Denver still has to play the Chargers. Would this be hilarious if somehow the Jags are the number 1 overall seed? It's not that wild.
No,
I think we need to pump the brakes, I think, again on Bo Nix. He looked great against the Packers. It's hard to deny that. Obviously, if he does that every week, he's a stud. But I mean, he's just kind of average. He's doing better than I thought he is, but he's kind of average in terms of like rating, and he throws too many interceptions for my liking. But he's playing good.
He's average until the team's down in the fourth quarter. Then he's like Josh Allen.
He's like Tom Brady.
Really crazy.
Tom Brady.
They keep winning though. I mean, they keep winning. I mean, it is like Minnesota last year. They were winning all these games lately. Yeah. Darnold was doing it. He's fine. And
their defense is so good, man.
Yeah, I think we told it when Mike and I said this. This was after he laid an absolute stinker against the Texans and the Raiders. That Raiders game,
I remember awful. That. The Raider game was terrible. Yeah, so I was like, I'll tell you what, the Denver Broncos aren't going to the Super Bowl. And now, but I typed it out this week. I said, deal with it. I think the Denver Broncos are going to the Super Bowl. So,
and you and I made some bets. I have who do I have? The Chargers, I think.
Yeah, I gave you 3-1.
I like the Bills to go to the Super Bowl now.
Mike, how about Mike and I's Indy versus Kansas City Super Bowl bet? That's going to be the easiest push ever.
Yeah, that's toast.
That's funny.
Okay, Cantu, we're coming to you for your number 1 pick.
I'm 500 now on the year, so I'm going to use a completely different logic. I have had like sound logic in everything I do with my picks, and at least of how I come to it. Rams at Seahawks tomorrow night, game of the year for the whole NFL. Number 1 seed on the line, NFC. It is going to be loud, primetime game. This is where Seattle's going to have to take the advantage. This is where the 12s are going to be in full effect. I don't have the great science. I'm going to keep it very simple. I think the game rests on Sam Darnold. Is Sam Darnold here or is he not here? Is this going to be the multi-interception Sam Darnold? I don't even think he needs to play a great game. I think he needs to play a good game or better, and the Seahawks win this. It scares me to go against this because I talk about this all the time. The Rams, it has been the house of horrors for anything Seattle against the Rams for the last 20 years. They have held over us so bad. It just bothers me. I don't know how, and I don't know why. I just think it changes this year. Give me the Seahawks.
Okay, I'll just comment then. You're going against the trend, Cantu. You're going against the trend. Mike and I have said we've both felt for a long time that the Rams are the best team in the league. Yeah. And you've been anti-Rams, Cantu. You've been anti-Rams.
I've been anti-Rams.
You really have been.
I think the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl. So I'm not going to go.
Yeah, and I love the Rams. Now, they did lose a key receiver, but Stafford's been so unbelievable.
And he might play, they're saying now. Can you believe it? I don't
Puka?
know.
I thought he was going to be out.
No, we're talking about Adams.
So this is a pick'em game, by the way, and I'm going with the Rams. I'm not going to go against the trend. It is weird how some teams always beat other teams. Woodley, thoughts?
Listen, this game is all going to come down to if the Seahawks can get the ball in the end zone, and
they couldn't last week against the Colts.
No, and when they lost to the Rams, a game they could have won in LA a few weeks ago. Like Seattle actually had a chance to win it they missed the kick.
And they were down 21-9. Come on.
What do you mean they gave up? They had a chance to win it last second.
I know, the Rams
goal.
quit playing. The Rams took the foot off the gas. That won't happen this
Mike,
week.
you're so fucking dumb. Like that doesn't exist in the NFL. Like I can't.
It doesn't.
21-9. That's not some big lead, dude. That's 2 scores.
Dude, I watch teams every week take their foot off the gas and blow games. What are you talking about?
Okay. Did they have a chance to win at the end with a field goal?
The Rams led to Philadelphia 26-7 going to the fourth quarter and fucking lost the game because they met 2 field goals blocked.
Well, that's your Super Bowl team, a team that can't hold a lead. Anyways, it's if Seattle can just get a touchdown or two, they win this game because they're going to hold the Rams. I mean, I think they got 4 interceptions off Stafford last game, and that wasn't luck. I mean, this defense is incredible.
Yeah,
they obviously pulled this Indy one out of their butt a little bit, like they may have been looking forward a bit, but they just couldn't get it in the end zone, right? I mean, that was it. I mean, if they get the ball in the end zone last week, they probably cover that game. But they end up kicking 5 or 6 field goals effectively.
Yeah,
6, yeah, which is incredible. I like Seattle because I think if Seattle can just get 2 touchdowns, they win this game no matter what. 1 touchdown may even be enough too, because they'll get down enough. They'll get enough yards between the 20s to kick the field goals. And it's at Seattle. The defense is this might be the best defense in football, or maybe number 2 after the Texans. They're playing for everything. That stadium's gonna be jacked. My entire family's gonna be there.
Ooh,
that's exactly why we know the Rams are gonna win.
No, I like Seattle. And Darnold has been struggling a bit actually since week 9, and JJ's had a couple stinkers in there. JJ's actually right above Darnold, but again, I trust the coaching. And on these short weeks too, they simplify things a bit, and I think that helps Darnold too. Is when you simplify it a bit. So look for Smith Najigma to have a big game. I like Seattle actually to win by a touchdown or more.
Who's a better coach than the Rams coach? Mikey?
Exactly.
It looks like Mikey, I'm coming to you. I know you're on the side of the Rams. We got Woodley, Seattle homer, and Minnesota homer. We got Cantu, Seattle homer, and you got you and I who just think the Rams are the best team in the league. Mikey, thoughts?
Listen, I've said it all year. Like last year, I said after week 7, the Eagles were the best team. Nobody was close. I believe the same thing with the Rams. I believe they're the best team. I don't think anyone's close. The fact that they shut down Stafford to 130 yards last time they played, and they were never really in the game until the very end because the Rams, I don't know what they did. They left the foot off the gas. This is not going to happen this week. They just have the best coach. It's not even close.
Well, he made coaching mistakes in that game.
NFL teams love taking their foot off the gas against their biggest rivals. They love doing it.
I've watched 5 weeks in a row. The Seattle team can't score at all. They can't move the ball. They're just, their offense has looked just like the Eagles. Dog, you know what? Every week.
Dude, they put up 44 against the Cardinals. 26.
Bro, everybody puts up 44.
They put
on the
up 37 against the Falcons. What are you talking about?
Okay, they had a punt return and 2 interceptions in that game. We're talking about the offense. Okay, the offense ain't scoring. They're not getting 3 picks off Stafford. If they get 3 picks off Stafford, I lose my 25,000 MVP pick, and that goes out the door.
Oh, that's right. And, you need them to win, otherwise you're drawing dead for MVP.
I don't need him to win. I just need Stafford not to throw 2 picks.
No, you're drawing dead, dude.
130
Stafford's not winning MVP if they get the 5 seed.
Well, why isn't he?
Because why don't you go back and look?
They're going. So you think Josh Allen getting the 5 seed, he gets it?
No, I mean, Josh Allen won't get the 5 seed. You have to win your division to get the MVP. I don't think there's been a non-division winner to win MVP in like 30 years.
Well, that maybe not 30 years, but I don't think that's a rule. I don't think that's a rule.
Go look in the past. No, go look in the past like 20, 30 years. It's always the 1 or 2 seed. It always is.
But the thing is it's a 2-horse race. It's Allen and the Bills
Stafford.
and Bills are like 10% to win the division or 15%. So I mean, as long as Stafford,
it's kind of a weird year.
As long as Stafford throws for 200, no picks and a touchdown, I'll be fine.
Okay, guys, hear me out. Hear me out. Guess who has the healthiest offense in the league? It's the team with the stadium 20 minutes from my house. It's the team hosting the Super Bowl this year. It's the 49ers. My number one pick is the San Francisco 49ers, -6 at Indianapolis Colts. The 49ers offense is healthy and truly resilient. Brock Purdy and Juwan Jennings missed 6 games apiece, and the 49ers offense is still ranked number 10. Now let's talk about the Indianapolis Colts defense for a minute. I was stunned to learn that the Colts defense is ranked 22nd in total defense and 31st in pass defense. 31st? There's only 32 teams in the league. So the 49ers are going to put up some big points. A healthy Purdy will be throwing against the 31st ranked defense against the pass. And the Colts cannot sell out on the pass. If they do, here comes Christian McCaffrey to crush them. Of course, the line is 6 because of last week's game, recency bias, and the romantic notion that Phillip Rivers will show out. 49ers 31, Colts 17. Cantu, you want to comment on this, being a big Phillip Rivers fan?
That was such a fun game to watch, that Seattle Colts game. If that wasn't as good, much of a feel-good game, I think they just got lucky looking at Seattle, looking past. They didn't believe the 44-year-old Rivers could really come out and play. Rivers had some nice, like on that last drive, he had that nice where he looked behind the shoulder pass. That was a cute little pass he had. The 49ers aren't going to look past them.
Dude, he had 120 yards. Like, it wasn't that amazing.
It was a cute.
Dude, that was a great pass. The game plan was run the ball, shorten the game, a lot of small passes, and this week he's going to be working with the receivers. He'll get the ball farther downfield. So we'll see.
Well, the Colts defense picked him up. I mean, the Colts defense played great. I agree. I think the 49ers win easy and win big in this game. I just don't think Rivers is going to have to do more than those little check down passes, and Seahawks didn't score a touchdown. So it's not hard to stay in the game when you don't get a touchdown. The 49ers are going to get touchdowns and they're going to press them. And I don't think Rivers is going to be able to throw and keep them in the game. Give me the 49ers. I think they win big.
Mikey, now you told me last night on the phone that the Colts had a great defense. When I was stunned. I was stunned when I saw they were 22nd, 31st out of 32 in passing.
I mean, they do have a really good defense against the run, and they do have a really good defense when
they're 17th against the run.
I kind of lean your way, but I don't think San Francisco is that good. That's the thing. I think they're like truly the worst 10-4 team in the league because they played one of the easiest schedules. Now I could be wrong. The thing is the Colts really needed that game last week, and I bet 500 on the money line. It got 8-1. It was one of the worst beats I've took all year. And so when teams that were all in on a game and they lose the game, it's gonna be hard for them this week. But God, I know the team ain't quit. I know they got a lot of fight in them. I just can't lay 6 on the road. I think San Francisco wins the game 21-17. Give me the Colts +6, but I could be wrong here.
Thank God, Mike. I hope you use him in the league, too, because I laid out such a great thesis. I'm afraid you're not going to use him in our league now, and it's going to cost me a game against Woodley.
I don't like it, but that's my thing.
I mean,
too many points on the road. Is it the early game, too? It's probably the early game on the road, too.
What are you talking about? It's fucking Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football? Okay. Yeah, all right.
It's at Indy, which I think, having to start Phillip Rivers is not ideal. He should be better than he was last week. I mean, they still have like
That's what I feel.
they still have like Mike's MVP, Jonathan Taylor. It's hard to judge defenses, and I don't want to go too sidetracked on this, but when we say things like, oh, they're ranked this against the pass and they're ranked this against the run,
I agree.
The thing is like Indianapolis was like blowing out a lot of teams earlier. They were getting up, they're running ball, they're getting up. They're up by like 3 scores late. Like
you're right.
They give up a lot
of backdoors. Yeah,
they give up a lot of like passing yards later on, right? And there's been a lot of teams that have done that. I'm not saying they're a good defense. I think they're like an average defense. Okay, I'm gonna say the Colts just because if they win this game, they actually do have a decent path to get to the playoffs. They could make it if they just won one more, which would be like next week at home against the Jags or at the Texans. I kind of like Mike's take of like 21-17 or like 20-17 or even like 17 to like 13. There's just a lot of scores in there that I think.
I know this week that Rivers he's working with the receivers where he couldn't last week. Like he knew how to run the offense because he does it with his high school team, and he ran the offense perfectly. He knew he wasn't going to be able to get downfield. I think they get the ball farther downfield this week. And
yeah, but I mean, like, what's he going to be? The 20th ranked quarterback? I mean, like, what was he at peak? I mean, anyway, all right. Woodley, we're gonna come to you for your
Rivers. Like Rivers isn't gonna I don't think Rivers is gonna do much. He'll be a game manager, right? He'll be like the 20th best quarterback.
Game manager,
I think you know it. Yeah,
agree.
It's romantic. It's romantic having him come back at 44. We're all rooting for him. All right, Woodley, on to the next game. What is your number one pick?
Well, I had the Seahawks as my number one.
You did? Okay, this is great. Okay, we can wrap this. This is great. All right, we're going to take a minute break here, folks. Join us with our number 2 picks in 1 minute.
You're listening to Feta Sports on the VSiN Podcast Network.
The Feta Sports Podcast is brought to you by our sponsor, Splash Sports. If you don't know Splash, the founders bought footballpool.com and runyourpool.com. They're now live in 45 states in Canada. Download the Splash Sports app, currently sitting at like number 10 in the sports app store and climbing, and you'll find all sorts of contests and bets starting at $5. Thanks again to Splash for sponsoring the Fade Us Sports Podcast. Mikey, you've been hot. What is your number 2 NFL pick?
Yeah, it was a little hot. I cooled off last week. I went 0-2 on the show, 1-2 on my picks last week. Really kind of disappointed. But I came back, did a lot of studying Monday, Tuesday of this week, and I really love this pick. I almost wanted to guarantee this one also.
I guarantee it. Come on, guarantee it for us.
I mean, if I guarantee 2 and go 0-2, it'll be the Fade Us Sports Podcast all the way around.
You can't guarantee for the viewers at home?
I'm going to do it. I think. Well, 2 weeks ago, I said I was going to guarantee both, and both won easily. One was the one over the Vikings over Washington. This one's close to a guarantee, but I'm not going to guarantee it. I can't believe it. We're going the Bears against the Packers, and there's two reasons why. When I guaranteed the Packers against the Bears 2 weeks ago, and I won somehow. I watched the Bears just run all over this team in the second half, and it was one terrible throw by Caleb Williams away from them winning in Green Bay with a fully healthy Green Bay team. Now we go fast forward 2 weeks. You have the best edge rusher in the league, Micah Parsons. He's out for the year. You have their best receiver who has been on fire, Christian Watson. He's out for the game. And this line opened 2. It opened 2. It's now down to pick. The Bears, they look great. I love this game.
Okay, Mikey likes the Bears at Pick'em. All right, who wants to comment on this? I just say throughout the last 15 years, and I'm going to come to you in a second, Woodley, the trend has been Packers beat the Bears, Packers beat the Bears, Packers.
Yes.
And I'm a Green Bay homer, so I've been very happy with that. It's a Saturday night game we didn't mention. Woodley, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I told you last week that the Packers were overrated, and that's why I picked the Broncos. I said I thought both teams are kind of overrated, and I took the Broncos because I was like, why not? Because the Broncos are also getting points too at home. I don't think this Packers team is that good. I'm telling you this. I think the Bears team, again, they're not as good as their record either. Let's be very clear about that.
They're improving though, buddy. They really are.
The Bears have basically taken the Lions' blueprint, which again is ground and pound. They have like 2 running backs. They're staying fresh. They have enough playmakers on offense. Like the defense looks pretty good. Give me the Bears. I just
great coach.
I just don't. The coach is amazing. It's amazing what he's done there. I mean,
the offensive line pickup of Tooney from Kansas City. Wow, this guy has been fantastic for them.
I'm telling you, like Jordan Love, like isn't that good. He just really isn't. He's not worth the money. I think he's great, but it's fine. But he didn't come up big last week, and man, just give me the Bears at home. I mean, that place is gonna be rocking.
The Packers are a walking hospital. I mean, when you look at Josh Jacobs, he's questionable. Micah Parsons, he's done. He's done. It's ACL. He's done. Josh Jacobs is?
No, Parsons.
Yeah. Parsons is out. We've got Christian Watson. He's out. We've got Watson. Tucker Kraft. He's out. I mean, the whole team is out. So much changed in this last week. I don't think the Packers can overcome all these injuries. Just give me the Bears.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Tucker Kraft. This is worse than Mike saying Zach Ertz.
Well, he's been out for 4 weeks.
I know, but
Tucker Kraft.
But it's just all these offensive weapons are gone. I don't think that the Packers can plug all of these holes that they have.
I'm more concerned about the run defense guy and losing Micah Parsons. They ran all over him 2 weeks ago. And if you saw, did you see after they won last week at Cleveland, the coach, the locker room goes, we got some revenge to get next week. He goes, that last week's game against Packers left a bad taste in our mouth. And everybody starts screaming, rah, rah, rah. I just think the coach has them ready.
I do too. I think it's a bad time.
They shocked me that they dominated the Packers 2 weeks ago in the second half. And I just don't think without Parsons and losing Watson, who had been playing so
Let me just say this. It's like big brother, little brother. Now, little brother, the Bears, has grown up, and can finally rumble with the big brother. The big brother always finds a way because he'll go to the frickin' mat to win.
Get it.
Having said all that, I am going to do the rare thing that I never do. I am not going to make a pick. Do you know why? Because I can't pick against my Packers. I love my Packers. I can't pick against them.
So wait. Is that a consensus pick?
I think it's a consensus pick. I think you guys...
I think he wants to pick against the Bears. Woodley, what do you think? Is this a consensus?
If you notice, his number one pick, his number one pick was his homers, right?
Danny, can you put that down? That is a consensus pick because Phil doesn't want to pick against for like bad juju, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I have
he doesn't want to upset he doesn't want to upset his Wisconsin family. I mean, Danny, put that up. That's the weakest consensus pick in history.
But it's definitely a consensus pick. Okay, Woodley, you want to give us your number 2 pick?
Yes, and it is going to definitely fail.
Titans?
No. I'll give you one guess, Mike.
Vikings?
Yes.
Oh, good guess, Mike. Good guess.
The Vikings, who have looked amazing the last couple weeks on the road, right down the road from me. I've been invited to it by a few people. I might actually go. I might actually show up at the Giants. The Vikings are a 3-point favorite. The Giants are bad. I mean, they got absolutely smoked by a Washington team.
They actually didn't get smoked. They gave it away the last 30 seconds of the first half. It was a 13-point swing in 30 seconds. But I get it.
A real technicality that is not smoked because of something that happened at the end of first half. Okay.
So I mean, they were up by they were up by like 3 scores the entire game, Mike. But okay, just again, classic Mike.
They never led by 3 scores at one time in that game. But
sorry, they're up by 2 the entire time.
Thank you. I watched the game religiously.
Dude, I don't know why you were watching that game religiously.
Because that was my number 1 pick, and so I was watching it, and so I know everything about that game. We'll get to that.
I think it was 3 scores, wasn't it?
No, they were up 2.
Okay, go on.
And then it ended up being like 1.
They had the ball with a chance to tie it late.
I was on the Giants. I was on the Giants as well last week. I mean, the Viking. I mean, these are both teams that really have nothing to play for, other than the fact that the Giants are definitely, they should be tanking, right?
The coach sucks. So
okay, I know, but like they kind of want to. What I'm getting at is they kind of want to lose, right? The Vikings, not the case. I mean, the Vikings are now like in classic purgatory, where they're going to end up, they're going to win 7 to 9 games at this point. So like the draft pick, like you're going to be in the middle of the first round either way. Man, McCarthy's looked like, dare I say, like pretty damn good the past 2 weeks. All of which, like, he's also not connecting with Jefferson either, which is kind of the funny thing about it.
If these two can
figure it out, he threw every pass he threw last week was great to everybody but Jefferson. He had Jefferson wide open over.
Jefferson had one go through his hands, and then one called back. But if they could actually figure it out, like they'll be pretty unstoppable. But the Vikings defense is like legit. Agreed. They're really trying a lot of things right now. I mean, this is big time. Like, this is JJ McCarthy. I'm not saying his career's on the line the next 4 weeks, but like he earns his job next year. He earns his job next year by these next 4 weeks. And the Giants are nothing special. I don't think that defense is good. I don't think that offense is good. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, the Vikings are and I'm a homer and everything, and they'll probably just completely screw this up, but man, this just feels like a game where they can come out and just pound the crap out of another team. I mean, they dominated Dallas. They dominated that game. I don't care what anyone says about it. They dominated it. And that was on the road at Dallas against Cantu's number 1 team in the NFL, against a really, really good offense. And Lamb and Pickens didn't do anything. Dak didn't do anything. Like, this team is going to feast on Jackson Dart, who's okay, so has no one to throw to.
Woodley, I like this pick a lot. And I'm going to, nothing to do, because I think the Giants played really good last week and just gave the game away. And the reason why I'm going to tell you why I like this pick. The Vikings defense, I know, had been good all year, right? Even against Seattle, that game, the Brosmer game, they weren't giving up nothing, right? And I said to myself, well, I know the Vikings, because I had Dallas, my second best pick, when I went 0-2 last week. I said, well, Dak's going to get 30. How are they going to get 24? And I really forgot how bad that Dallas defense was, right? The Giants defense has been, it looks like, because I watched the game, they try hard, and then when something bad happens, it's almost like they unravel. But with that said, I like the way the Vikings defense is playing, and I just don't think they could. Okay, Mike. Give me the Vikings.
All right, I'm going to take the Vikings too. I love the Vikings.
Let me make some sense.
Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
I don't know if it's making sense. I've been saying this kind of week in, week out. There is something wrong with Justin Jefferson, and I think the Vikings need to move off of him this offseason, because I still think,
dude, you're stupid. There's nothing wrong with him, dude.
Okay, can I finish, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Since week 7, he hasn't had more than 61 receiving yards in a game. He's only had 2 games of more than 100 yards all year. He has 832 yards on the season. These are just not.
He has you and my cats throwing to him. Okay.
Well,
it's a bad take, Cantu. But Cantu,
get out of here.
Who do you like in the game? Who do you like in the game?
I love the Vikings. I love the Vikings.
Okay, let me wrap it up. I like the Vikings. This is a unanimous pick. Posted on the board, Danny. Unanimous pick. Vikings. I mean, I think McCarthy can go either way. I will say this about Justin Jefferson, and then we're moving on to my number 2 pick. I'm just going to say this about Jefferson, okay? I watched McCarthy throw the ball 5 yards over his head 10 times the last 3 games.
Yeah, great.
And so I watched him get double-teamed. You act like I watched him get double-teamed every play. I watched him open a bunch. It just seemed obvious to me. But
so
let's
you think
move
it's
on.
JJ? You guys think it's
Tell
JJ?
us, Phil. What is it, Phil? Number 2 pick, Phil. Do it.
Go.
Cantu won't shut. I told the people at home. He's like the little guy down the street. When he's wrong, he just keeps bringing it up. But Cantu, can we move on? Yes or no?
Yeah, we have. Go
ahead.
I
need Cantu's permission.
So is it all on JJ McCarthy then? That's my one question to you guys.
I think so.
And then
Have
we
you
can
watched
move on. That's all I
Have you
want
watched
to know.
the fucking game? I mean, Addison's not doing anything
do.
either. Hawkinson's not doing anything. Wow,
I
what's
do.
what's the common denominator there, Cantu?
Okay, so it's all then they're done with JJ at the end of the. Okay, go on.
No, they're not done.
It's
They're
all
not
JJ.
done.
It's all JJ.
Oh, McCarthy?
He's
Yeah, it has
improved a
been.
lot the last 2 games, man. Give
Okay.
him, maybe he's getting better. Maybe.
Cantu,
Yeah,
can
they're also
Cantu-
double teaming him. Like, there's a reason why all these other guys are open too, dude. He just
Logic's not going to work. Cantu, can I talk about my pick?
Yes.
Yes
now
or
you
no?
Go on. Yes.
Go.
you
Okay.
Go on.
All right, guys. My number 2 pick, Detroit Lions, -7 at home versus Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's start with the Steelers, who won 2 in a row to go 8-6, but both games were outdoors. This game at Detroit is indoors. Now, in my opinion, the line is only 7 because of recency bias. On paper, the Steelers are ranked 28th in total defense, 28th out of 31 teams.
How about what they
Their
are against the
games-
run? They're the worst.
Mike, let me
They're
finish.
so bad.
Oh, I agree, Mike. I will continue
go
to
ahead.
talk
Sorry,
if you
my
allow me.
apologies.
And JJ Watt had surgery for a collapsed lung. That's a big issue. The Lions are ranked 4th in total offense and number 1 in scoring offense at 30.6 per game. What do you think is going to happen to the 28th ranked defense when the number 1 scoring defense plays them in the dome? The Lions have been playing great teams all year. They are on a different level than the Steelers. They're going to eat this team for lunch. Because of my respect for Aaron Rodgers, the Steelers score 24 points. Lions 37, Steelers 24.
I like it. I like it. The Steelers won 2 in a row. I went against the team that won 22 straight on Monday night, which was Steelers like an idiot, and cold weather like an idiot. I just know that 2 of the last 3 teams have run all over them. Even as bad as Miami was on Monday, HN still got 127 somehow. I don't know how. Maybe it was all in the last 10 minutes of the game. I don't know. The Detroit's desperate. They have to run the table, and I think they have a really good shot to run the table. The thing about Detroit right now is their defense is completely decimated. They're like, just like last year, they're missing their top 7 back end defenses playing, but their pass rush is still there. If they get to Rodgers, I just don't. I love Detroit in this game.
Woodley, what do you think, Woodley?
The bookmakers are telling you when they put a 7 on a team that just won 2 in a row for the first time since October, and it looks like a playoff team all of a sudden. But the bookmaker said, "Really? You think they're that good? Well, here they go. There's a 7 on there. Good luck." When they put a 7 on there, I'm laying it.
Woodley.
I mean, Lions are clearly going to win this game. And they do. I don't know if they have to win. I mean, they pretty much do have to win out, right?
Yeah, they have to win out.
They could do it if they win 2 of 3, but
They gotta win
that
out.
means
They have to win out.
yeah, I think they do have to win out actually.
You got this one, and then they have the Vikings.
Well,
and then
I'll
they
be
have the
quick since our
Bears.
producer
Yeah, so-
in our ear is saying we have short of time. Give me the Lions.
Oh man, I guess give me the Lions.
Another
Yeah, why not?
consensus pick, Danny, posted on the board.
That's
And
not
David
good.
Woodley, we're coming for your Cantu, we're coming for your number 2 pick.
The only thing I want to say, Aaron Rodgers plays very well against the Lions, though. He's very familiar playing in that.
I'll be
dome,
quick.
So
I'll be quick.
This might be the Fada Sports Podcast with 3 number 1 picks. I mean, you might have to fade all of us here. This,
3 consensus picks.
this could really be the Fada.
This could be
Sports
the
Podcast.
fall of the Fada Sports Podcast. Go ahead, Cantu.
I like the Patriots +3. I think they figured out. I kind of think they needed a loss. They hadn't played anyone. I think they needed something like that. They're young to get back up on a team 21-0 to come back and lose the game. I think it's going to be good for their soul. I think they're going to take it out on the Ravens. I think they're going to come back, win outright. Give me the Patriots on Sunday night.
All right, here's an
+3.
interesting pick. Okay, I have something to say about this because I was looking up
too.
doing a lot of research on this pick, and to me, I might have to go with you. The Ravens just. I mean, what do you have? 120 yards passing again? And yeah, they did a really good job running the ball.
Played,
but
he played well last week, though.
Yeah, 120 yards passing. Lamar played exceptionally well, Mike. So I mean, like he hasn't. I don't know how many times it does seem like he's injured. It does seem like there's something wrong with him. So I'm just gonna say that, I wanted to go with the Ravens here, but I think I have to go with the Patriots. Woodley?
I like the Ravens here. It is a must win for them. I think if they win out, they win the division, right?
Yes, correct.
It's not an easy place to play on the road. I mean, this is their Super Bowl, so to speak. And yes, like the Patriots still have, the division on the line and all that. I just don't think the Patriots are a good team. I mean, I'm sorry they're not. And Lamar didn't have a great game, but he looks better and better. Like he has been getting healthier. I mean, they clearly brought him back when he was like 60%, then he was 70, now 80. I don't know if he's 100, but he's like 90. Henry should be able to run on these guys a bit. Give them to me. I think they went by like a touchdown or two, honestly. I mean, the Patriots completely melted down against the Bills, and I think they showed who they truly were. I mean, that's just a complete disaster, and I don't see how they're not hungover from that.
I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you on the Ravens here. I watched the games. I said all year they played nobody. They've played one winning team, and they beat them the first time, but they lost to them last week, the Bills. That's the only winning team they played on their schedule. They've played the easiest schedule in maybe the history of the NFL. I mean, the Bills are missing 7 defensive starters. Everybody has lit them up, okay? And in the first half, it looked like, wow, another team has lit them up. But they shut down. I mean, that quote-unquote Drake May for MVP, this guy had like 130 yards and a pick. He wasn't good. That second and third stringer shut him down. I think the Ravens are going to really expose New England for the frauds they are. And I think they're getting better. And listen, we always talk about who's going to win the AFC. Well, if the Ravens win out, you want to go against Lamar Jackson because they have a way better defense than the Bills have. Like, it's not even close. Give me the Ravens. I still think they're going to be a tough out.
You don't want to go against King Henry either. Okay, guys. All right. That is the end of our number 2 picks. One more segment to go. Stay with us.
You're listening to Fada Sports on the VSiN Podcast Network.
Folks, you might be listening to this podcast because you want an edge, or maybe you just want to bet against us since we're the Fade Us podcast. Either way, you have the mindset. Now it's time to get the toolkit to match. Pro bettors spend thousands of dollars on data and tools. What they don't want you to know, what they want to keep hidden, is you can get the same edge for a fraction of the cost with VSiN Pro. With VSiN Pro, you get access to expert picks, public betting data, prop projections, powerful tools, analytics, and more. Just tap the link in the description and see why thousands of bettors are already using VSiN Pro to cash more bets. Okay, guys, a very, very quick segment here. And I guess we're not even going to talk about survivor picks. But just out of curiosity, how do we know how many are left in the Circa one that had 18,000?
10.
10.
Yeah.
10. Pretty amazing. And do we have one of our guys is still in there, a poker player, right?
Gavin Hall. Yeah.
Galen Hall.
Galen Hall.
It's not. I don't know if it's his. He has a piece of it. I mean, all these guys have like pieces of 100 entries.
You know, I learned something this year, and I think they're going to cut back next year. Is what people did is everybody bought 10, and they got a group of like 10 people together. So now they have 100 picks. Because you ask yourself, well, how do people survive Thanksgiving with 4 upsets? Well, when you have 100 picks, right, and you have like 40 going into Thanksgiving, you just take the both sides of each one. And so
are you capped at 10 picks each in that? Yes.
Yeah, but they
always still had 18,000 picks. Wow.
Well, it was capped at 6 picks until this last year, and they went up to 10, and I think they're going to go back to 6.
People were even buying more than 10 because they were literally just paying people. You could paying people to enter for them.
You can buy them, and you can buy them in the aftermarket. Like 3 weeks in, you can do like a lot of people just. They said
they might drop down to as little as 5 next year.
I think one quick thing is I think they need to make it that you can only have pieces of 10. See, they've never clarified how many can you have a piece of,
but
just not how many in your name.
You can't.
That's
unenforceable,
though.
I agree, it's unenforceable, but it will help with the moral police. I think.
Right. Well, because it's unenforceable, the rumors has it they're probably going back to 6 next year. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Anyway, the Survivor was quite a season. I think, unfortunately, I had a really deep run. I think Mikey had a deep run. Cantu had a deep run. And we're all out. Good luck to you guys remaining in the Survivor pool from the Bahamas, from Seattle area, from New York, and from Las Vegas. Goodbye, everybody.